वेलकम टू वीलर्न। वीलर्न में आपका स्वागत है। टॉपिक वी आर कवरिंग इज मैनेजमेंट कंट्रोल सिस्टम, सेशन 8, पार्ट 2 ऑफ बजटिंग एंड रिपोर्टिंग। Topics to be covered are flexible budgeting, budgetary control system, capital budgeting and control, behavioral and ethical aspects in budgeting and reporting. Flexible budgeting. Flexible budgeting एक ऐसा concept है where there are necessary cost adjustment which are taken care of in budgets and they are done with the varying level of output. जैसे ही आउटपुट बढ़ेगा या कम होगा उसके अकॉर्डिंगली जब बजट की सेटिंग होती है उसको हम फ्लेक्सिबल बजट्स की बात करते हैं। सो द अंडरलाइंग प्रिंसिपल जिस पे फ्लेक्सिबल बजट्स बेस्ड है वो बेसिकली डिपेंडेंट होता है कि क्या एक्चुअल लेवल ऑफ एक्टिविटी की गई है। When we talk about the definition of flexible budget, तो a budget is which is basically designed to change in accordance with the level of activity attained. तो जिस लेवल पे एक्टिविटी की जा रही है, whatever is the output that is being produced, उसके अकॉर्डिंग when a budget is decided and designed, it is referred to as a flexible budget. Whereas जब हम फिक्स्ड बजट की बात करते हैं, here the budget remains unchanged irrespective of the level of output or the activity which is actually attained. तो जहां बजट कांस्टेंट रहते हैं जिनमें कोई चेंज नहीं होता उसको हम फिक्स्ड बजट कहते हैं। There could be various reasons that give rise to difficulties and sales forecast to a lot many times they result to be difficult due to some situations that arise in the company. पहली वो situation जहां सेल्स फोरकास्ट में प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं वो सिचुएशन है जब भी कोई प्रोडक्ट या इंडस्ट्री वेदर कंडीशंस पे डिपेंडेंट होती है। इंडस्ट्रीज विच आर सीजनल तो उसमें सेल्स फोरकास्ट करना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। से फॉर एग्जांपल सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक इंडस्ट्री है और इंडस्ट्रीज वेयर देर आर फ्रीक्वेंट चेंजेस इन देयर प्रोडक्ट रेंज और वेयर देर इज an introduction in the new product. So in that particular case also sales forecast may be difficulties आती है। And there are industries which require constant change in the designs. Their sales forecast is also affected and it's difficult to establish. Where there are productions which are made on order basis. So these are the cases where sales forecast may be difficult. When we talk about development of flexible budgets, तो जो भी बजट सेंटर्स हैं दे आर बेसिकली बेस्ड ऑन द कॉस्ट सेंटर प्रिंसिपल। अब कॉस्ट जो है बेसिकली दे हैव अ बिहेवियरल कैरेक्टर्स। तो इसमें क्या होता है those could be therefore the budget centers they are segregated into fixed variable and mixed cost क्योंकि cost के जो expenses हैं उनकी characteristics अलग हैं। There are costs which are of fixed nature, there are costs which are of variable nature and there are certain costs which are of basically mixed. तो उनके जो characteristics हैं they differ. So the total amount of cost which a budget center is expected is basically in relation to the budgeted activity of the center. So, and it is estimated in the form of budgeted allowance. जितना भी ये बजट अलाउंस होता है ये हर कॉस्ट सेंटर के रिस्पेक्ट में एस्टैब्लिश किया जाता है such as incidence of cost which is not the same or fluctuations there in variable cost they may vary from item to item due to the variations in different activities. When we talk about material handling cost, they basically fluctuate with the volumes of material handled. जितना भी वॉल्यूम होगा उसके बेसिस पे कॉस्ट आएगी. So even at the cost of repetition, it is stressed that while fixing the budget allowance, the behavioral characteristics of each item of the cost should be carefully analyzed. A flexible budgeting in marketing में when we talk about जो fixed budget हैं, they represent a very rigid plan and they are based on one set of condition and at only one level of output. Whereas when we compare the flexible budgeting system, they attempt and they have a tendency to develop a series of budgets at various different level of activities, and this is the underlying assumption that at each level of activity and at each level of output there would be a different cost budget. When we talk about the expense behavior analysis, ये जो होता है it should be in the form of bedrock of flexible budgeting in marketing, और ये स्पेशली होता है मार्केटिंग एक्सपेंस बजट के लिए. ये बहुत जरूरी है कि जितना भी मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट है, it must justify any increase on the ground of sales which was earlier being higher than the budgeted. There are certain limitations of flexible budgets also. ये limitations क्या है कि कोई functional managers they are very skeptical as to the applicability of the flexible budget, क्योंकि cost control में ये vehicle उनको एक बहुत skeptical means लगता है. They have their own reasons, क्योंकि जहाँ पे भी bulk production cost की बात आती है और because of technical upgradations की बात आती है, they have the tendency to assume the characteristics of fixed budget, क्योंकि वो बहुत bulk production होता है या technical upgradation हो रहा है. जो price material का है that is beyond the control, and the labor component it is exactly adjusted to the level of production and especially in the short run. तो क्या होता है कि flexible budgeting it needs to be very useful under different types of situation, and therefore it continues to remain a powerful tool in the management. When we talk about the difficulties, there are difficulties in predicting the behavioral aspect of cost also. The cost of operation of a system, yes, is another negative factor because of its wide acceptance. In case there is actual activity which is attained and it does not correspond to any of the predetermined level, the budget allowance which is set by the statistical method of interpolation with associated risk. Now when we say budgetary control system, CIMA has defined budgetary control. So it has defined it as the establishment of budgets which are relating the responsibilities of executives to the requirements of the policy, and the continuous comparison of actual with the budgeted result, either to secure by the individual action the objective of that policy or to provide a basis for its revision. So when we talk the budgetary control system, like any other control system, there are certain things which are comprising. So these important things are the actual steps that need to be taken up in a very logical sequence. तो जो पहला step है वो है developing the budget as well as the breaking these up into departmental or sectional details for a shorter period. So any plan or any budget which is based on a long-term plan, those need to be broken into departmental or sectional details, and those long-term plans should be sectioned into various short-term periods. The second is the continuous comparison of the budgeted and the actual results at a regular periodical intervals. वो कोई monthly भी हो सकता है, वो quarterly भी हो सकता है. When we talk about budgetary control and standard costing, so budgets जो basically होते हैं, they are based on historical cost and these are adjusted for any anticipated change और ये generally broader characteristics होता है. So standard cost when we talk about, ये एक estimated cost है of a product जो कि systematic और scientific study approach को follow करती है. So according to CIMA, a standard which is expressed in money and basically it is built up from an assessment of the value of cost element. Now there are certain basic principles or step जो कि बजटरी कंट्रोल और स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्टिंग में सेम होते हैं. तो जो पहला स्टेप है वो है कि प्री डिटर्मिन्ड स्टैंडर्ड्स या टारगेट या बेंचमार्क ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस को एस्टैब्लिश करना. दूसरा है कि जो एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस है दैट नीड्स टू बी मेजर्ड. आफ्टर दैट एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस इज मेजर्ड, देन कम्स द location of variance which is between the actual and the standard performance. Then come disclosure of reasons for such variations and what are the suggestions so as to carry out corrective actions wherever it is necessary. Though there are lot of points of similarities in principles or steps, there is a difference in scope. There is a difference in nature and technique of operation in both standard costing and budgetary control. जो पहला difference है वो है कि standard costing is basically applicable to only production operations या production cost, whereas जो budgetary है control, it is applicable to all the functional areas of an enterprise. The second is standard costing is very intensive in nature and budgetary control is very extensive in nature. Third basically is in standard costing there are projections of cost account and in budgetary control there are projections of financial account. Now there is a fourth variation which states that there is a variation which is revealed through accounts in standard costing, and in budgetary control the variations they are normally not revealed through accounts. एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ बजटरी कंट्रोल सिस्टम व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट, तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है किसी भी साउंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए टू हैव अ वेरी सिस्टमैटिक बजट डेवलपमेंट और देयर हैज टू बी अ वेरी प्रॉपर बजट मेंटेनेंस एंड एफिशिएंट बजट administration because they become very prerequisite for any budgetary control system to be successful. So a budgetary control system, it basically involves a teamwork which is to ensure that there is a proper coordination which exists among the various departments. When we talk about the organizational structure, in this very regard, the very purpose of every organization structure is to ensure that everything is complied with the basic principle which is underlying the organization design and which is in general. So the authority and the responsibility, it should be very, very clearly spelled out and to each and everyone. So depending upon the size and the complexity of the organization, it should also be headed by a budget controller or the budget manager or a budget director. Now there are certain key person, for example the budget controller as we have discussed, or the budget manager or the budget director. They are required to frame a budget committee which is to be represented by all the functional heads. तो उनकी broadly क्या responsibility है? पहली जो responsibility है, it is to obtain the functional budget within the time frame so that it could be reviewed and approved the same. दूसरा है कि एक पीरियोडिक बजट रिपोर्ट्स को रिसीव करना और उसमें एक्चुअल क्या ट्रेंड है उनको ऑब्जर्व करना. When we talk about performance reporting, परफॉर्मेंस रिपोर्टिंग के पर्सपेक्टिव से या फिर मैनेजमेंट इंफॉर्मेशन के पर्सपेक्टिव से देयर आर ब्रॉडली 3 levels of management which are basically relevant. तो जो पहला है कॉर्पोरेट और द टॉप लेवल, the second is the executive and the middle level, and we talk about the third level, which is operating level or the supervisory level. So it is very essential कि there has to be both special and routine reports which are applicable to different level. तो जब हम स्पेशल रिपोर्ट्स की बात करते हैं तो स्पेशल रिपोर्ट में it comes under corporate level reports. These corporate level reports basically pertains to company's financial position, और वो financial position they are basically ascertained through the financial ratios. Then comes the project feasibility study. This refers to basically when a company or the corporate is going in for a special project. So then a project feasibility study is taken care of. Then comes the report on sourcing of funds. Here is another example of special report which is executive level, and another is the operating level. When we talk about executive level special reports, so they are basically reports which are related to make or buy decisions or product profitability study, anything which is related to price fixation. Then comes operating level. So there are reports which are created such as plant utilization or idle capacity cost. They could be reports which are relating to slow and non-moving inventories. Now come routine reports. So here at three levels when we talk about corporate, executive and operating, there are routine level reports which are also prepared. So for corporate level, a routine report could be project cost reviews or labor efficiency and productivity. At executive level, the reports may pertain to inventory planning and control system. And at operating level, the reports may relate to product cost reports or sales and order booking analysis. So there needs to be a periodicity of reports in another important aspect of reporting. So बहुत बार क्या होता है, reporting as well as periodicity they vary depending on the content of the report and the different level of management who are the recipients of the reports. When we talk about uses of performance report, तो बहुत बार क्या होता है, जो परफॉर्मेंस रिपोर्ट होती हैं they basically serve only as the purpose of providing information to the recipient, or basically and moreover it a psychological sense of security or a feeling of that business is as usual. तो क्या होता है, प्लानिंग पार्ट में अगर हम ध्यान दें रिपोर्ट का, तो रिपोर्ट basically it should contribute towards the continuous improvement in the planning process. And generally what happens, special reports they basically lead to decision on special issues. जो routine reports होते हैं they also improve planning process through improved decision making in very large and diverse number of operation matters. When we talk about limitations of performance reporting and cost controllability, तो performance report के लिए they are not an end in themselves and they are only the means as to initiate an action and initiate a decision. तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जो reports they basically do not and automatically they do not do the job. So it is the people who do the job. तो जो managers who are receiving the reports they are required to do the job. So this very discussion leads to a very important dimension decision making process में कि human dimension or the human factor in management is a very important aspect in decision making. So human beings by their nature they like to follow the path of least resistance because of zero risk taking attitude. All right. When we talk about capital budgeting and control, तो जब हम capital budgeting को when we compare with revenue budgeting, तो it has a greater importance because capital budgeting is involving a very huge and a substantial amount of investment, and basically the decisions which are once taken in this respect they are usually not irreversible. तो जो मोड ऑफ कंट्रोल होता है फॉर कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, दे बेसिकली एंड दे शुड बी वेरी सिग्निफिकेंटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दैट ऑफ द नॉर्मल रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर नेचर. तो जो पहला उसमें नेचर है वो है इट इन्वॉल्व्स एन इमीडिएट कैश फ्लो आउटफ्लो एंड एट टाइम्स सच ए सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट कि वो they have a very little possibility कि immediate results भी उसके आए. Second is it brings in its strain of series of extra revenue expenditure. जो fixed investments या कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट की अगर बात करते हैं तो वो अपने साथ जो है देयर आर अदर एसोसिएटेड कैपिटल रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर दे आर एसोसिएटेड. वो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर नेचर के होते हैं डेप्रिसिएशन के, और दीज एक्सपेंडिचर कुड बी ऑफ द नेचर ऑफ मेंटेनेंस और ऑपरेटर्स वेजेस. And these revenue expenditure, they basically drain on the revenue profits of a particular year or for the subsequent years also. When we talk about budget, behavioral and ethical aspect in budgeting and reporting, तो जो budget control system होता है और the management control system, it cannot be operated unless the human factor in management is given a due consideration, because ultimately any kind of budget or the management control system is basically done by the humans and the manager. तो ये बहुत जरूरी है कि this very aspect which has long been neglected because of the quantitative aspect of budget, it should be taken care of. तो management accountants basically who limit their resources to technical procedure and who fail to make an effort to understand the organizational and behavioral roles of accounting are living in the past, and they are not doing the job which is half the amount. When we talk about behavioral problems, so they are basically summarized as follows. The first is budgeting as well as the target setting and efforts for achieving the targets. They are generally not by the same set of people, they are resulting in mutual distrust. Second is the corporate goals which are outlined in the budgets, they generally do not coincide with the individual goals, so there is a problem of congruency. Then the third is there is a lot of reliance on performance measurements which are through the budget actual performance. तो एक slack budgeting भी encourage की हो जाती है इससे. Then comes the operating people, they often get conditions not to look beyond the target set. When we talk about budget slack, तो performance measurements जो होते हैं, they encourage a lot of managers to inflate their budgeted expenses and depress the budgeted revenues. So such padding when we talk about and sandbagging practices, they result in slacks within the budgets. So the organization's reward structure by overreacting to underachievement of the objectives is basically one of the causes of managerial desire for slack. So managers, they view slack as a prefabricated or protective device as a means of avoiding the stigma normally attached to underachievers. Now there are problems of motivation. Because of the problems which we have just discussed, there is a lot of difficulty to motivate all the concerned people to play as an active part in the budgetary control system. Now when we talk, there are two aspects of motivation. So the first aspect is the direction. So direction basically is involving the efforts of the manager, and they should be directed to act in unison to achieve the goals. Second is the incentive. So when we talk about incentive, they are basically concerned with getting the subordinate to run rather than work towards the desired goals. There are two exercises that needs to be done. First is explain the difference between standard costing and budgetary control, And second is what is referred to as administration of budgetary control system. Thank you and have a nice day. Keep learning and relearning.